Maybe. Yeah, I think so. So lay down on the mat. Knees bent if you have any tension on the lumbar spine, otherwise legs straight and roll the outward. Roll the arms outward, keep the shoulder blades flat onto the ground. Push the back of the head away from the shoulder to lengthen your spine and the chin toward the base of the throat to enhance this stretch. Close your eyes and allow your body to soften, to let go. Relax your forehead, your eyebrows, and the skin between the eyebrows. Relax your eyes and let them sink deeper into the skull. Relax the skin of your face and clench the jaw and let your lips open slightly. Relax your throat, your neck and shoulders, arms, forearms and hands. Relax your back, the muscles of your back and your spine, vertebra per vertebra. Relax your belly and the wall abdominal area. Relax your hips, your groins. Relax your legs, knees, ankles and feet. Bring your attention into a breathing cycle and observe every aspect of your breath. Which part of your body moves the most, chest or belly? If both moves, which one moves first? Observe without changing anything. Observe simply to know yourself. Observe the length of your breathing cycle. Inhalation and exhalation have the same length, or one of them is naturally longer. Observe the small pauses between inhalation and exhalation, and between exhalation and inhalation, the small moments where everything stops, even your breath. Become aware of the 4 phases of your breathing cycle. Inhalation, pause, exhalation, pause. And there to observe. Is one of the 2 pauses longer? Observe also that your throat remain relaxed and open even during the pauses. Three more observing breaths. At the end of the third, take control and create a long and deep breath. But keep it easy, keep it soft. Feel your body expanding with every inhalation and gently contracting with every exhalation. Feel your navel moving. Allow your belly to move with every breath. Observe your chest expanding with every inhalation and gently contracting with every exhalation. Keep a long but easy breath. Observe the air entering your body through the nostrils with every inhalation Observe the air going out of your nostrils a little bit warmer. The air enters your body through the nostrils and flows out a little bit warmer. Keep a long but easy breath. Allow your body to expand with every inhalation. Bring the ribs closer together with every exhalation, pushing the air out of your lungs. Keep your breath deep but easy. Three more breaths. At the end of the third breath, create a breathing cycle just on the belly. So breathe just on the belly. The chest won't move, only the belly moves. When you inhale, your belly expands. When you exhale, the belly becomes more compact. You can activate the abdominal muscles in order to allow more air to exit your lungs. Just the belly moves, not the chest. If you want to, you can put one hand on your belly and one hand on the side of the chest in order to control better this technique. Just the belly moves, not the chest. Inhale and exhale. Belly moves, not the chest. Even if this means that your breath has to be less deep. Just the belly moves, not the chest. Three more breath just on the belly. And then keeping the belly gently activated, move your breath on the chest, thoracic area. So now just the chest moves and expand, the belly remains stable. The belly doesn't move now, it's just the chest. Feel the ribs moving away from each other with every inhalation, and then closer to each other with every exhalation. Just the chest moves, not the belly. Keep the belly gently activated while you expand your chest. Focus the movement just on the chest. 3 more breaths. Just the chest moves, not the belly. And at the end of the third breath, create a breathing cycle starting on the belly and then moving up to the chest. Try and keep the 2 phases kind of separated. So inhale first on the belly, and then the chest. And the first part only the belly moves. And then it's the chest moving without allowing any movement on the belly. So the belly keep this expanded state. Exhale freely. Inhale first on the belly. When the belly is expanded, move up to the chest without moving the belly. And exhale freely. Inhale, belly, chest. Exhale freely. Inhale, belly, chest. Exhale freely. Inhale, belly, chest. Exhale freely. And one more time. Inhale, belly, chest. And exhale freely. Go back to a normal breath, not controlled. Observe your breath becoming lighter, more subtle. Observe the belly moving just a tiny bit. Become aware of every small movement of your body. Now, bend your knees and put your feet quite close to the buttocks. Bring your arms in cactus pose, so with your elbows in line with your shoulders and the forearm parallel to each other. Inhale. With the exhalation, push with the feet against the ground and lift your hips. Relax your belly. And down. Inhale. With the exhalation, push with the feet against the ground. Lift your hips. Stay there. And relax. Lift the front part of your feet. So just stay on your heels. Inhale. With the exhalation, push with your heels against the ground to lift your hips and stay there. Just on the heels. And down. One more time, inhale. With the exhalation, push with the heels against the ground to lift your hips and stay. Down. Now lift your heels and stay just on your toes or on the ball of the feet. Inhale. With the exhalation, push with the ball of the feet and toes toward the ground, against the ground, and lift your hips. Stay there. And down. One more time, inhale. With the exhalation, lift your hips and stay. and down. Put your left foot down on the ground. Bring your knee closer to the chest and interlace the hands around your right leg. There. Slowly start straightening your right leg. Straighten to your maximum, but remember that the maximum here is where you can feel your body working, but your breath is still relaxed. So find your compromise, your maximum, and stay there. Now change your leg. So lower your right foot. Lift your left leg, interlace the hands behind your left leg. And slowly start straightening your left leg. Always listening to the messages of your body. Stay. And change again. So left foot down, interlace the hands around your right leg, straighten your leg. Push with your left foot against the ground to tilt your hip gently backward. And if it's doable for you, still keeping your breath controlled, move your hands toward your heel. Doesn't mean that you need to touch your heel, it's just the direction. Keep on pushing with your left foot against the ground. Relax and change. So right leg, right foot down. Interlace the hands around your left leg. Push with your right foot against the ground. And if it's doable, always listening to the messages of your body, move your hands toward your heel. Stay there. And relax. Put your left foot down on the ground again. Lift your right leg again. Interlace the hands around your right leg. Inhale. And with exhalation, push with your left foot against the ground and lift your hip. Stay there. And down. Change side. Inhale. The exhalation, push with the foot against the ground and lift your hip. And down. Lift both legs up. Put your hands just behind your legs, wherever is comfortable for you. Now, activate gently your belly to push the lumbar spine down and to tilt your hip gently backward. And activating this movement, try and move your hands towards the heel. Again, it's just the direction. Doesn't mean that you'd have to touch your heels. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, and back to the starting position. Put your feet down on the ground. Relax your arms. Keep your feet quite close to the buttocks. Inhale. And with exhalation, push with the feet against the ground and lift your hips. Stay there. Lower your hip. Roll on your right side. Push with your left hand and sit up. Good morning, Hilda. Hands in front of the knees, lift the sternum, shoulder blades down. And create circles with your hips along the spine. Just to wake up your spine. First on one side. And then on the other side. Now still just to wake up the spine, tilt your hip forward and back. Forward and back gently. Forward and back. Forward, back. Okay. Lift the sternum, shoulder blades down, roll the arms outward. Push your hands down and out. Push your thumbs gently back. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, move your hands back. Lean back to put your hands down on the ground. Fingers pointing back. Straighten your legs. Okay. Push with your hands against the ground. Tilt your hip forward. Push your chest forward. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, relax. Just for a brief moment. Inhale. The exhalation, tilt your hip forward again. Push with your hands against the ground. Push your chest forward and up. Point your fingers. Point your toes, sorry. Point your toes. 3 breaths. And relax. Again, roll up your arms outward. Push your hands against the ground. Push your chest forward. Arch your spine. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Point your toes. Inhale. With exhalation, lift your hips. Squeeze your butt. And down. Bend your knees. Grab your legs under your knees. Walk back with your feet and find your balance. Once found balance, guess what? Straighten your leg. At your maximum, always listen to the messages of your body. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, bend your knees and lower your feet. Baddha Konasana. Put your hands right in front of your knees or tibia. Tilt your hip forward, arch your spine, push your shoulders and head back, and look up. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, relax. Tilt your hip forward, round your spine and go all the way down. But use just the gravity, not the muscle or force. 3 breaths. At the end of the third breath, come back up. Bring the two knees together. Walk back with your feet. Actually, widen your feet roughly at the same distance of your hips. Put your hands down on the ground. Hands pointing back. Fingers pointing back. Bend gently your elbows just to avoid the hyperextension. Inhale. With the exhalation, push with your feet and hand against the ground to lift your hips. Squeeze your butt and stay there. 3 breaths. Keep your head aligned with the spine, so without allowing the head to drop back or looking forward. Just look up. And down again. Back to Konasana again. Put your hands in front of your tibias or knees again. Tilt your hip forward, arch your spine, and look up. Deep breaths. I don't know what's happened in one of the computer, but apparently I think that you can still see me and hear me. Okay, done that. So here we are. Relax. Now, belly down. Keep your hands next to the hips. Inhale. And with exhalation, lift your hips. Lift your head, shoulders, and hands. Stay there. And down. Inhale. With exhalation, lift your head, shoulders, arms, and stay. Relax. One more time, inhale. With exhalation, lift your head, shoulders, and hands. Stay. And relax. Put your hands next to the chest, toward the lower part of the ribs, in order to have the forearm roughly vertical. Bring the elbows close to each other. Inhale. With the exhalation, lift your head, shoulders. Bring the elbows close to each other and toward the waist. And stay there. Just feel the muscles of your back working. And relax. Inhale. With the exhalation, lift your head, shoulders. Bring the elbows close to each other. Bring the elbows toward the waist and stay. Still observing which part of your body is working. And relax. Inhale. With the exhalation, lift your head, shoulders, bring the elbows close to each other, bring the elbows close to the waist, and lift your legs just a tiny bit. Squeeze your legs, squeeze your butt, and stay. Relax. Inhale. With the exhalation, lift your head, shoulders, bring the elbows close to each other. Bring the elbows closer to the waist. Lift your legs. Keep your legs together. Keep your buttocks active. Now, lift also your hands. So your hands are no longer touching the ground. Stay there without losing all the activation that we just did. Hands down again, legs down again, all the body down. Gonna do it just one more time. Inhale. With exhalation, lift your head, shoulders. Bring the elbows close to each other and toward the waist. To lift your legs, lift your hands. Stay there. Now lower your hands, lower your legs, push with your hands against the ground to enter tabletop position. From tabletop position, keep your knees together, create circles with your hips and up the spine. First on one side. And then on the other side. Still keeping your knees together. Keep the knees right under your buttocks, shoulders away from the ears, belly in. Walk forward with your hands, lowering your chest. Keep your belly active in order to lengthen your lumbar spine, but push the chest down toward the ground. The head can touch the ground. If you want to work a little bit deeper, lift your head from the ground to add more pressure on the upper part of your spine. Stay there. And come back up. Create circles with your hips and upper spine again. First on one side, and then on the other side. And now, down on the elbows. Keep the elbows a little bit closer than your shoulders. Interlace the hands. Widen your knees, widen your feet. Tuck your toes under. Inhale. With exhalation, push with the elbows against the ground. Lift your buttocks and push the chest toward the toes. Stay there. Keep on pushing with your elbows against the ground. The head can touch the ground, but without any pressure. The weight has to be on the elbows and forearm. And down. Walk forward with your knees. The knees closer to the elbows. Tuck your toes under. Inhale. With exhalation, push with the elbows against the ground. Lift your buttocks and push the chest over the toes. Stay there. And down. Walk a little bit forward with your knees. So knees really close to the elbows now. I want you to focus on your back in order to recreate the same feelings that you experienced in the position where you had your buttocks right above your knees and the arms forward. Try and recreate the same feeling. So the upper part of the body stretching and straightening. From this position, feet wide, tuck your toes under, inhale. With the exhalation, start pushing with your elbows against the ground, lift your buttocks. Keep on pushing with your elbows against the ground. The head can touch the ground, but without any pressure. The weight has to be on the elbows and forearm. Push your chest over the toes and stay 3 breaths. The end of the third breath, go down. All the way down again on the belly. Bring your hands close to the buttocks. Inhale. With exhalation, lift your head, shoulders, lift your arms. Bring the hands toward the feet. You cannot touch it, I know. Lift your legs. Stay there, 3 breaths. And down. Now bend your left leg and move the left foot to the right. Bring your right hand to grab the foot, the left foot. If it's way too far away, you can use a belt. Inhale. With the exhalation, lift your head, shoulders, lift your left arm. And now start pushing gently with your left foot back. 3 breaths. And down. Change sides, so bend your right leg. Move the right foot to the left. Grab with your left hand your right foot. Inhale. With the exhalation, lift your head, shoulders, lift your right arm, and start pushing really gently with your right foot back. Stay there. And relax. Bring your hands close to the chest, just like we did before. So toward the lower part of the ribs. Bring the elbows close to each other. Inhale. With the exhalation, lift your head, shoulders. Bend both knees. Bring the heels over the buttocks. And then start pushing with your hands against the ground to lift your torso. Stay there. And down. Straighten your legs. Relax your arms. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, we're going to do it again. So bring your hands next to the chest. Bring the elbows close to each other. Bend your knees. Lift your head. Shoulders. Start pushing with your hands against the ground. Still keeping the shoulders away from the ears. And lift your torso. Stay there. Shoulders away from the ears, belly in to protect the lumbar spine. And down. Your legs completely relaxed now. Inhale, still with your hands next to the chest. Inhale. With the exhalation, lift your head, shoulders, bring the elbows close to each other. Push with your hands against the ground. Lift your torso. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Belly in. And down. Now we're going to do almost the same to start with. The only difference is that we're going to keep our feet pointing forward. With your toes tucked under. Inhale. With the exhalation, lift your head, shoulders. Straighten your legs. Push with your hands against the ground, still keeping the elbows close to the chest. Straighten your arms and lift your body. Belly in. From there, lift your buttocks And enter Adho Mukha Svanasana. Even if your hands and feet are quite far away, it's not a problem. Now lean forward, enter a plank position. And now, still keeping the shoulders away from the ears, activate your abdominal muscles and allow your hips to drop. Now, knees down, feet down, bend your elbows and go all the way down. Just relax. We're gonna do it one more time. Pay attention on the position of the hands. If the hands are a little bit too much toward the shoulders, will be way harder to move from Urdhva Mukha Svanasana to Adho Mukha Svanasana. So keep your hands really close to the chest, but toward the lower ribs. Now, tuck your toes under. Bring your elbows close to each other. Lift your head, shoulders. Push with your hands against the ground. Lift your torso. Now straighten your legs. Keep your shoulders away from the ears. Lift your buttocks and move in Adho Mukha Svanasana. Stay there. Down on your knees. Create circles with your hips and upper spine. First on one side. And then on the other side. Lift your torso. Tuck your toes under. Belly in. Lift the sternum, shoulder blades down. Roll the arms outward. Now, if your heels are far away from your hands, you can take a bolster and put the bolster right above the, behind your heels. Otherwise, keep your belly active. Lift the sternum, shoulder blades down, arch your spine, and try and touch gently with your fingers to your heels. Stay there. And come back up. Sit in Virasana if you can. If you feel any tension on the knees, better stay up. We're just gonna stay for 3 breaths, no more than that. And tuck your toes under again. Belly in. Use your buttocks, activate your buttocks to keep the stability, keep the force in this position. Interlace the hands behind your sacrum and straighten your arms. From this position, belly in, squeeze your butt and arch your spine. Move your hands back, 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, come back up. Tabletop position. Create circles with hips on the spine. Then also on the other side. Now, walk forward with your right foot. Quite a big step forward. Push your hips down Hands over your right knee. Now push with your hands against the ground to arch your spine, to help arch your spine. Move your head back, 3 breaths. And at the end of the 3rd breath, change leg. So big step forward with your left foot. Bend your knee. Push your hips down and forward. Put your hands over your left knee. Push with your hands against the ground to arch your spine, to help arch your spine. Move your head back, 3 breaths. Ooh. At the end of the 3rd breath, come back in a tabletop position. And create circles with your hips along the spine. First on one side. And on the other side. Widen your feet as wide as the mat. Tuck your toes under. Inhale. With the exhalation, enter Adho Mukha Svanasana. Push your chest toward the toes. Stay there, 3 breaths. The end of the 3rd breath, still staying in this position, walk in place. So move gently your hips to the right and to the left. Feel the stretch on your lumbar area while doing so. Now walk back with your hands. Keep the weight of your body on the ball of the feet and relax the upper parts of your body. Stay there for 3 breaths. The end of the 3rd breath, bend your knees and come up. Okay. Now, put your hands, still keeping the feet wide as mat. Put your hands behind your sacrum. Fingers pointing down toward the buttocks. Bring the elbows close to each other. Belly in. And now start pushing your hips forward, but shoulders and head back. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, come back up. We're going to do exactly the same. But if you found that this exercise was way too easy, I can give you a slightly harder version. So instead of pushing with your hands against the lumbar spine to push the hips forward and to tilt your hip backward, just pay attention on this tilting back of the hips in order to lengthen the lumbar spine, to activate also your abdominal muscles. Put your hands behind your legs. And the more you push your hips forward, the more the hands will drop down toward the knees. So inhale. With exhalation, always keeping the stability on your belly. Push your chest forward. Push your hips forward. Head back. 3 breaths. And come back up. Tilt your head forward. Lower your hands.
Round your spine. Keep the weight of your body on the ball of the feet and relax completely the upper part of your body. You can cross your arms if it's more comfortable for you, or you can just let the arms relax completely toward the ground. Stay there, close your eyes. Three breaths. At the end of the third breath, bend your knees and come up.
Right leg forward, left leg back. Quite a big step back. Now, bend your right leg. The left heel can lift. Belly in. The more you activate your belly, the more you will feel a gentle stretch on your left groin. In this position, still keeping the abdomen active, roll the arms outward, push the thumbs back, and arch gently your spine. 3 breaths. At the end of the third breath, straighten your legs. Relax the arms, still stay in this position. It's just a bit of relax. Now bend your right leg again. Belly in again. Interlace the hands behind your sacrum. Straighten your arms. And keeping the arms straight as much as you can. Arch your spine. And push the hands toward the back of your left leg. 3 breaths. At the end of the third breath, come back up. Relax. Now bend your right leg again. Lift your arms up. Belly in. Control your belly in order to protect the lumbar spine. Push your hands and arms back. Arch your spine and stay there. 3 breaths. And come back to the starting position. Change leg. So left leg forward, right leg back. Quite a big step back with your right foot. The right heel can lift. Bend your left leg. Roll the arms outward. Push your thumbs back. Arch your spine. 3 breaths. At the end of the third breath, straighten your legs. Relax for a brief moment. Now bend your left leg again. Keep the right leg straight. Interlace the hands behind your sacrum. Straighten your arms. Arch your spine, belly in. Arch your spine and move the hands to the back of your right knee. 3 breaths. And at the end of the third breath, straighten your leg again. Relax. Bend your left leg again. Lift your arms up. Push your hands back. And arch your spine. 3 breaths. At the end of the third breath, come back to the starting position. Now, legs wide, tilt your hip forward, slide with your hands on your leg, round your spine millimeter per millimeter. Take your time, round your spine and go all the way down. Stay there. 3 more breaths. The end of the third breath, come back up. Come back to the back of the mat. Keep your legs a little bit wider than your hips, up to the distance of your of the mat. Tilt your hip forward, all the way down. From there, walk forward with your hands to enter Adho Mukha Svanasana. Stay there. Now lean forward for the plank. Adjust the position of your hands or feet if needed. And now lower your hips, still keeping the activation of your belly. For Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, keep the shoulders away from the ears. Now lower your hips, lower your chest. Relax your arms. 3 breaths. The end of the third breath, put your hands again next to the chest on the lower part of the ribs. Bring the elbows close to each other. Bring the elbows close to the waist. Lift your head, lift your shoulders. Push with your hands against the ground. And enter tabletop position. Walk forward with your knees now. And create circles with your hips and upper spine. First on one side. And then on the other side. Seat on your bum. Grab your legs. Allow the head to drop toward the knees. And really slowly, just walk forward with your feet, straightening your legs to find a spot where your chest and legs are still together, but without any force, muscular force. So just using the gravity. And once you find that spot, stay there. Relax completely your body. And allow your body to stretch. If you want to, you can keep your arms crossed just to keep the 2 legs together. But don't use the arms to bring the legs over the chest, so the shoulders are completely relaxed. Stay there.
Slowly come back up.
Cross your legs. Create circles with your hips along the spine. First on one side. And then on the other side. With your leg crossed, tilt your hip forward and go all the way down. 3 breaths.
At the end of the 3rd breath, come back up.
Change the crossing of your legs and again tilt your hip forward and go all the way down.
3 breaths.
And come back up. Take everything you will need to be comfortable in Shavasana. If you feel tension on the lumbar spine, don't hesitate to put your calf muscles over a bolster or even over a chair in order to relax deeper the lumbar spine area. In a few minutes, I'm going to chant the mantra. And at the end of the mantra, I'm going to guide you out of the pose. Till that moment, just relax. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtin Vadanam Udvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyam Amrita Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtin Vadanam Udvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyam Amrita Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtin Vadanam Udvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyam Amrita. Slowly start wiggling your toes and fingers. Bring back the awareness into your body. Inhale deeply and exhale fully with your mouth. Release all tensions. One more time. Bend your knees and roll on your right side. Stay on your right side for a brief moment before sitting comfortably for the chant of 3 Om. Keep your spine straight yet relaxed. Thumb and index finger together with the palm of the hand either facing the sky or the ground. Keep your eyes closed. Face relaxed. Inhale deeply. Put your hand in prayer position in front of the chest. Open your eyes. Namaste. Come on.
Hello.
Hello. I cannot stop internet. I don't know why.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I don't know how why, but I cannot stop internet.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, we
Thank you.
worked quite a bit on the back.
Yep.
So in terms of energy, we worked on the opening to life, acceptance, but also self-confidence and strength. Since every quite intense pose will work also on the third chakra, so third and fourth today.
Oh, okay.
Lovely, lovely.
It was good. Thank you. Kept us working till the end. Yep.
Yep. Definitely. We're gonna see tomorrow if you
Oh, yeah.
will
Yeah.
come.
Yes.
90% will be in English anyway, so have a lovely, lovely day.
And
And
you.
I
Thank
don't
you
know
so
how to
much.
top this.
Okay. Bye, Hilda.
Bye. Bah. No, it doesn't work.